Fundrise buys a distribution center. Let's talk about it. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the interval fund's newest acquisition, which just so happens to be a distribution center out of Phoenix, Arizona. This is interesting because this is the first time, at least for me and my investing in Fundrise, that we've had something other than residential properties or multifamily properties. And so I'm just really interested in why they bought this, what their goal is with this, and is this something that they're going to do regularly? I haven't been with Fundrise for very long, so if you've been investing with Fundrise for a while, please let me know in the comment section down below if this is something that they put money into regularly, because I'm interested in it, and it's a market that I'm interested in doing more research on, because as you may or may not know, over the past few months, and really I think since the pandemic has started, we've had issues with distribution, getting items and products from point A to point B. I know there for a while, and it may still be going on, distribution problems between China and us, and ports and this, that, and ships not getting to the right places. And so this is really, really interesting because it might be an industry that has a lot of potential in terms of growth, and as an investor, there may be a lot of potential for us to make a lot of money. So let's dive into it. I'm going to jump over to Fundrise and we'll get after it. Okay, new acquisition, industrial property near Phoenix, Arizona. The property is ideally located to serve as a last-minute distribution facility, an asset class that we believe will continue to be crucial for many businesses. Here are the photos. It looks really nice, I suppose. I don't know what a distribution center is supposed to look like, but cool. That's cool. We've acquired an approximately 213,229 square foot distribution center in Goodyear, Arizona for roughly $30.6 million. What's really crazy to me is this isn't nearly as expensive as the apartment complex that they just acquired in Florida. That's really interesting to me because it just shows the price difference for different aspects of real estate and different industries. And maybe this is relatively small in comparison to the size of the apartment complex. I don't remember the exact size of the apartment complex, but that's really interesting. But 213,000 square feet, that's really big. The property, well, I say it's really big. I don't know how big it is in comparison to other distribution centers. So if you have information on that, please leave it in the comment section below. Like I said before, I'm interested. The property is located about 20 minutes from downtown Phoenix and less than a mile from I-10, a major highway that runs all the way from Los Angeles, California to Jacksonville, Florida. I've driven on I-10 quite a bit, traveling to and from Los Angeles quite a few times in my lifetime, so I know that highway pretty well. As demand for more and faster delivery continues to grow, we believe that last mile distribution facilities located close to major population centers will become increasingly important for retailers. This acquisition was made by a joint venture between two Fundrise-sponsored funds, the Fundrise Interval Fund, which invested roughly $27.5 million, and the East Coast E-REIT, which invested roughly $3.1 million. I think the East Coast E-REIT is the first time that we've used or had that E-REIT in conjunction and with the Interval Fund since I've started reviewing this stuff, so that's cool. Core Plus, acquire and operate stabilized cash flowing real estate, risk return profile, moderate expected timing/delay of returns shortly after acquisition, which is really, really cool. Expected source of returns, income with some growth, really happy about that. The business plan, completed in 2020, the building was designed for use as a last mile distribution facility serving customers in the Phoenix area. Goodyear, Arizona has grown in recent years into an important industrial submarket tied closely to the Phoenix area's more general national pace-setting expansion. I have no idea what they mean by that, but cool. As Goodyear develops, fewer industrial locations with direct access to I-10 remain available, making this property's proximity to the highway all the more valuable. A last-mile distribution center, also referred to as a terminal building or sorting center, acts as a handoff point to connect 18-wheeler trucks, which typically carry goods in bulk across longer distances, with the smaller vehicles that make the final leg of the journey to drop off packages at individual homes and businesses. So I'm assuming like the 18-wheelers then meet up with like UPS drivers, Amazon drivers, FedEx maybe, but I think FedEx has their own distribution centers, maybe even Amazon does. Nonetheless, I see what they're saying here. While it's critical that these types of facilities are located close to major population centers and easily accessible to the major highways, the availability of industrial zoned land that meets this criteria, generally speaking, is in increasingly short supply, which we believe will help drive long-term value. That I did not know. That's really interesting. At the time of our acquisition, roughly half of the building's space was leased to Hardware Resources, a national hardware, lighting, and cabinetry fit manufacturer and distributor, with roughly 7 years remaining on their initial lease term. Our goal is to lease up the remaining space, earn regular rental income from the property, and then eventually sell it off at a profit. Why we invested. This is always important to me because it just talks about, at least a little bit, it dives into why they do what they do. Prime location. The property is located less than 1 mile from I-10 and only 18 miles from downtown Phoenix. That's awesome. Growing e-commerce demand. If you haven't been paying attention to e-commerce over the past 20 years, really, yeah, that's all I have to say. It's massive, and it's so convenient. You don't have to leave your house. You can order whatever you want, not have to leave your house, which is really nice. Same day and short-term delivery is becoming not just essential, but the expected norm for customers. In order to fulfill increasing demand, companies ranging from online grocery delivery to e-commerce retailers need space in highly specific locations with access to regional transportation. My apparel company is a e-commerce. It's strictly online, right? So I vibe with this 110%. High demand property type. Despite the continuing fast growth of e-commerce delivery, a trend that was only accelerated by the COVID-19 pandemic, zoning restrictions have limited the amount of new supply of industrial last mile properties available. As Phoenix continues to expand, fewer industrial sites with prime locations and Highway I-10 access remain available, increasing the potential value of properties like this one. I mean, it is short and to the point. Like I said, this is the first time that we've had a commercial distribution center, real estate acquisition of this sort since I've started reviewing the acquisitions here in my Fundrise account. For those of you that have been around for a while, maybe this isn't your first one, maybe this is like your 10th, I don't know. But it is a sector of real estate that I have been interested in for a long time. It's one of the reasons when I first started investing, I invested in ticker symbol O, because they deal a lot with like commercial business leasing, triple net leases, so like Dollar General, things of that nature. It's a little bit different than like the distribution. Maybe I can't remember the ticker symbol. Stag, there we go. Stag, STAG. They deal more with like distribution and like Amazon, and that was like one of the reasons why I invested in those ticker symbols when I first started investing, because I know how important those businesses and those distribution centers are to our everyday life. We don't think about it, but if we didn't have them, we wouldn't have access to e-commerce the way that we do. It would be a headache. We probably wouldn't utilize it very much. We'd probably just continue going to Walmart or whatever name brands that stores that you like going to. So I've been interested in it. I like this acquisition simply because I know that it is a very important industry, and it's key to the type of lifestyles that we currently live. And it's going to be key moving into the future, especially as e-commerce continues to grow and expand. And so I'm really happy with this. What are your thoughts? What are you thinking? Do you think this is a good pickup? Are you happy with it? Or is it something that you're like, you know what, I want to stick with residential and multifamily, or maybe even some commercial multifamily real estate? Let me know in the comment section below, because like I said, I'm super happy with it, and I'm interested to see, you know, how my money is utilized moving into the future. And what I've seen with my Fundrise account over the past couple, 2 months now, or almost 3 months now, my money is working for me, and it is starting to pay me back, which is really, really exciting and makes me really, really happy. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. My name is Oscar, and I'll see you guys in the next video.